maximum. I have a spring in my step. I've picked up weed. I'm feeling good. And yeah. I hope you're on good vibes, staying blessed, life is treating you well, I'm feeling good. Happy to have picked up. And yeah, I'm just sitting by a cafe. And I hope I don't get fucking turfed out. I'm not buying nothing. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It is all good. It's been a good day today. It wasn't too long to pick up either. Like literally, it wasn't too long to pick up. Oi, oi, oi. Get me a kicked in. The moment when you fuck with the wrong person. I've done it many a time. Many a time. You got me weed, mate. Let's see how it smokes. See what it's like. Very dry and light. It's not fucking. That's the thing. Like you can get more because it's light. Fluffy, but then if you get like dense nugs, a lot stronger weed, then well you get less, but it's still stronger. But then I smoked it all, like literally I smoked it in one night. I say one night, but like one night and then a day. Go away, there's no fucking food. Sorry, it's pigeons. There we go. It's a bit loose, but that would do. It is ever so slightly nippy. I've got a hat here and it's got a light on the front of it. which means I can see when it's dark. Right, let's spark it up and try. This is the split. The weed he has at the moment, it's not as strong. Like, it's not as strong. There's two specific people that I'm going to at the moment, and one of them was just long in it, so I went to the other one. But at one point I had both of them calling me at the same time, so I wasn't sure who I was going to go to. But then, yeah, it ended up being alright in the end. Like, it was alright. It's mellow. Very mellow. I've been trying not to deep it as well. I've been trying not to deep it, but it's just one of them.
If you want to use our chairs and tables, you need to buy.
Do you want me to buy something? I can buy something. Right, to leave my stuff here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, right.
That was alright, I just had to buy a drink, that was all. I don't mind buying a drink, £2 to sit here. It's nice, out the way, quiet. There we go. There we go. Please don't have weed though. These I've picked up. Hopefully this lasts me. I thought my other lot was going to last me. And it didn't. But that's because it was strong weed. I know it's stronger weed, like, oh, I don't know, like, it's just one of them ones, isn't it? It's stronger weed, yeah, but I just get stoned, like, super quick, maybe off, like, 3 or 4 puffs, like, decent puffs. But it goes quicker because I'm like, oh, it's nice weed, so I'm just going to cane it. But then I should save it because it's weed that works. Whereas when you get the mellow stuff, which is how weed should be originally, it's just, yeah, I don't know, it's not the same. It's still weed, like, it's definitely weed, it's just, it's not as strong as I'd like. I used to get really mad and annoyed at, sorry, hold on. The screen's all fucking greasy and it's pissing me off. There we go, right. Yeah, I remember I used to get really triggered when I had to pay to sit down somewhere. Literally. I don't like paying to sit places sometimes. I just like to make use of the facilities, but on this occasion, yeah, it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep at all. finished my first episode. So I guess at least that's one thing done. But I'll just release them all at one time. Like, just release it all at one time, rather than just bit by bit. Otherwise, it would never finish. It would never finish. I know what I'm like. At least I know what I'm like. Yeah, I'll smoke this one, and then after that, I'll slowly head back. I need to get on a roof somewhere. I keep thinking them banners in my peripheral vision are seagulls, but they're not. I'm getting a little bit of a headache as well. And it's because I should eat. I mean, I did eat before I came out, but I should eat properly. I don't know what to have, mate. I don't know what to have. I can't be bothered to keep eating fucking KFC. It's just so dead, like it's so dead. Zoning, mate, zoning. It's nice weed. I'm just trying to figure out what weed it is by the flavour, because it's like harsh. It's like harsh, but it's sweet, so it's not like smoking a fucking dog end harsh. It's like just weed harsh, but sweet. It's like that grapefruity taste. But it's not grapefruit, because I would consider that a strong weed. Hybrid between, I don't know what strains it is. Mate, my weed knowledge is so dry, like, it's something you've got to keep up on, because there's so many different strains that win each year, like. But if you're in the Netherlands now, then it's easy, like, it's easy. And there's always new people coming in, so like they're excited, so like you're constantly teaching people new things, and then obviously you have to do your research in terms of coffee shops and which strains are better and which is winning and what, do you know what I mean, where to go, which is better places to go. Like, you have to update your knowledge, like, literally, because the prices change and things like that. So the tourist experience with TCP, like, literally. I was a sick tour guide, bro. That wasn't even officially a tour guide. That wasn't even a job. It was just something I'd done in the day. That literally I just meet tourists and just take them out for a sick time. Like, literally. Every single place to charge your phone, free water, free toilets, where you can drink and smoke, places to smoke, places to chill, places with bars and hostels and hotels with inside. Yeah, mate, you have a good time if you come to the Netherlands with me. I mean, you might catch a few cases as well, but you'll have a good time. Like, you'll have a good time. I met this one guy. I can't even remember his name. Can't remember his name, but I remember him clear as day. Like, the whole day, I remember it. Like, I was out, and I'd woken up late, so my day started about 5 in the evening, and then basically, fucking, I was just chilling, and then I went down to the bars and the clubs, and like, I was selling a bit of weed and just making money, having a good time, smoking, chatting, like socialising. It was sick, like, it was a good time. And then it was like early morning, like maybe 4 in the morning. I was chilling with like the after party lot, and we was in this like houseboat thing. And then we went to a venue, and then we went to like a rooftop party, and then there was loads of different places that I ended up going. And then me and another guy, this guy that I'm talking about, like finally met him, because like when it's like 4 in the morning, between 4 and 6 is the best time, because you get bikes, so like everyone's just selling bikes. Like, it's like the peak time for selling bikes. So I was like always looking for a new bike, because obviously I was doing Uber Eats at the time, so I just had like bikes all around the city, and then any time I get a job, I've got a bike like near, rather than having to walk all the way across the city, and then like, anyway, or get a tram, like it's just long. So basically I was buying this bike off this guy, and he was local, Dutch guy, and older, way older, like maybe like late 40s, 50s. And he was a black guy, and I was like sort of vibing with him, like, you know, that early morning after party vibe, like looking for somewhere to go. Obviously I'm just hyped just to be out because I've had a sick night, but then obviously I wanted to buy a bike. So anyway, he's like, oh, we're buying a bike, and I wanted to get a newsagent and a shop. So I was like, I'll buy you a beer and give you some weed if you give me the bike. And he was like, oh, no, I want money, I want to get my own thing, crack. So like, yeah, anyway, I was like, okay, fine, I'll give you 10 euros. He was like, okay, fine. So anyway, we'd made the deal. I'd give him 10 euros, a bit of weed, which I'd already given him because we were smoking on the way, and I'd get him a beer, because everyone in the group that I was with, they wanted to buy drinks as well, so there was a chance that I'd buy him a drink as well. So like, it's not like, do you know what I mean, just like favour for a favour. So that's what it was. It was fine, the deal was good, I was gassed that I'd made a deal, and this is the time when the night's going great and you're at your peak and you're like, what could go wrong? So like, we walked like far, like a good like 40 minutes, like it was quite far, and yeah, so like he's like, oh, come, like we're going, like everyone's just a bit like excited because they're tourists, but then they're like, oh, where's this shop? They didn't like know me that well, but they knew me because I'd been with them. But like, you only just meet someone, then I just meet this other guy, and then it's just like, I don't only just met his, it's like I've got to then like take a group into like a dodge situation. Anyway, so like that happened, and then we walked there, finally got to this newsagent. At this point it was like, I don't know, maybe 5:30, like it was daylight basically, it was getting warm, like the birds were out, and there was like a few people out, like light traffic, but not that many people, So then we got to the shop, and then suddenly like he had a call like halfway, and it was his wife in the end. It was his wife, she was like, he was like, oh, my wife's meeting us, I was like, alright, okay, cool, it's like his wife in it, I'm not going to be like, oh no, like, anyway, so like, comes down, and then we gets to doing the deal now. He got the drink, I've got him now on the bike, like sitting on the bike, and So now I've got two two bikes. But one of the guys I was with, this is the guy that he was talking about, the tourist that I met. But I'd been with him like the whole night. The whole night we was chilling. So like he was like, oh, I can ride a bike as well. So like he rode one and I rode one. So that means I didn't have to lug two bikes around, which is long. And yeah, got the bike. And then when it comes down to doing the transaction of the money sort of angle now, the wife is like, oh no, you're mugging him off, blah, blah, blah. We've already made the deal. And he's like, yeah, it's fine, trying to calm her down. But she's not having none of it. She like smacks him in the face and it's like, oh no, but no, don't, you're doing da 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 da. But she could speak English, but like she kept speaking Dutch as well. Like, because she was just basically being low-key racist about me being English. And then I was like, okay, yeah, fine. And then like she was like, so basically she wanted 20 euros basically, which I'm not going to pay 20 euros for a bike. It's unheard of. Like, do you know what I mean? 10 is like being generous, because normally you pay like what, 5 or 6 euros for a bike, if that. Like, okay, yeah, 5 euros, yeah, 5 euros, but 10 euros for a bike, that's just like, that's like, I need to get my fix now, so just give me 10 euros and you can have the bike. Like, that's why you'd be like, okay, fine, fuck it, because you'll be doing them a favour as well as you getting a bike. But otherwise, yeah, I wasn't about to pay 20 euros for the bike. So I was like, no, I'm not paying 20 euros. But bear in mind, we've had a good time, everyone's jolly. Now, like, people are starting to slowly walk away because they didn't really know what's going on. They got into the shop, they didn't know me, so they just started to leave. But this other guy and his mates were just like kind of chilling with me. And then I was like, no, I'm not paid like for like that amount of money, like for a bike. And then she was like, yeah, you will, you'll pay, blah, blah, blah. And then obviously it's his wife, so he now changes his tune. It's like, oh yeah, 20 euros. I was like, bruv, we've already made a deal. Like, we've already made a deal. Like, how can you be like now trying to change up the deal? Anyway, he was like, no, but this is my wife, and like she's gonna be angry with me, blah blah. Because he took me to one side and was like, no, but she's gonna be mad. You're gonna cause major problems with me, so I can't do the deal no more, blah blah blah. Anyway, me and this guy and his mate, we ended up just driving off, and they were running with the bike. Like, Uchi didn't even pay for it in the end, because like he was just longing it. And like, obviously I'd already smoked up with him. We had a semi-decent conversation like on the way. Like, I'd bought him a beer, he'd got another lot of beers off the girls that I was with, because they just felt sorry for him. And like, yeah, that was it. So like, we ended up driving away. Anyway, so now we're early morning, we've gotten away from, oh shit, I missed out the key point. The reason why we ended up running away is because she pulled out a pistol. Literally, she pulled out a little pistol. And fucking, yeah, we ended up just running down the road. Like, and like at this point, like the neighbours were like looking out and having a go at us for causing problems and blah blah blah. And like, they just blamed it on us basically, saying that we were just being scammers. But we wasn't, we had already made a deal. Anyway, so that was that. And then fucking, we like ran away, and then we went into town, like literally went into town, met up with the main group again, like, because they was just slow walking back the way they came to their hotels. And then one by one, like everyone just broke off. So I was still with this guy, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna chill for a bit, wait till like the hotels and that open up, do you know what I mean, freshen up, get some food, and then yeah, I'll be back on it. But otherwise, like, I'm just chilling. So he was like, oh well, we might as well just ride our bikes, blah blah, do you know anywhere to go, da da da. I was like, yeah. So we went up to the station, and like I just like got a habit of just chilling at Central Station at the back, because it's just like well chilled of a night time. You can just jam out the station. It's always like a good vibe. You can always catch a vibe. Sometimes it's a bit dodge, but yeah, ultimately, yeah, it's alright. It's a good back of station vibe. And then you can't ride your bike in the station like at all. So I rode my bike in the station. Like, I just rode my bike in the station, and then I see like all the train officers and the rail police, they're all there just like in a massive like huddle, like just not doing nothing, because this is like 7, 8 in the morning now. So like they're not doing nothing, and then like they see me riding, and then obviously he's riding as well because he's from England, so he doesn't know the rules. Like, but I knew he couldn't ride. I was just being cheeky, because it's like, let's just have a little cycle, like have a little run around, like see what's going on, like. And then yeah, they come down, and then they like, because they had nothing to do, they just, loads of them just came and like just chased us down through the station on our bikes. And then I stopped, like I just stopped because I was like, there's no point in like, I don't mind, I'd just take it, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could just ride away, but like they'll just find you and just like, yeah, like it's like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, it's like that happened, and then like we both got fines, but I was just like, oh yeah, it's fine, whatever, because I had already had like maybe, I don't know, by this point I had about 800 euros worth of fines just built up over time, like 120 here, 60 there, 50 there, 40 there, like it just built up over time. And then I was just like, okay, yeah, fine, like it's, yeah, whatever, like, but I was just chatting bare shit to them because it was just like, I was just having a bit of fun and just joking, but he was taking it really seriously, like, oh my gosh, I've been stopped abroad, da 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 da. And then like I gave him my passport, my ID and all of that, and I was like, oh, have you been here before? Have you been here long? I was like, no, I'm just chilling with this guy, I'm just on holiday, like. And then the guy was like, I've only been here 2 days, I go home tomorrow. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then they searched my name up in the computer, and they was like, oh, why are you lying? Why are you lying for? Like, why are you lying for? You've been here ages, and we've got records of you so many times. And literally, and then they weren't impressed, and they were just like, oh. And then I was speaking Dutch as well. I was speaking Dutch because I was like, oh. And then because I was like, they was like, oh, you're on holiday, yeah. And then there was like, you speak Dutch? I was like, nee, man. I was like, yeah, but that's Dutch. I was like, nay. But it's just like, that's just like a local like slang sort of twang thing, like. But oh mate, it was funny. And then we left after getting our fines and that. Like, they're calm, innit? They're calm. I mean, they can be aggressive, but they're calm. Like, they just give you a fine and that's it. Like, and then like we left and then carried on riding, but he just got pissed off after that. Like, literally dashed the bike, and then yeah, he was just well annoyed because he was like got a fine, like, and he just was like 60 euros basically for fucking riding his bike, and he would have gotten off if he would have known. But yeah, that was that. Like, literally, that was that. I never saw him again. Like, literally, I never saw him again. But yeah, most of the time they're alright. Most of the time they're alright. But I know that's a bad story to tell of tour guide advertisement. That's not a really good advertisement, is it? But to be fair, that's the only time. But more often than not, if I'm with a group, like, yeah, it's less trouble for me. Like, literally. Because I just go in places easy, like literally, just go in easy. Whereas if I'm on my own, it's just like, who's this guy? Like, literally. And sometimes being black, it doesn't help. Like, I don't always. I never say things it's down to race. I mean, it is sometimes, but you don't say it. Like, literally, and that is actual racism. Like, I don't need to call racism every 5 minutes when I see it, because it is what it is. Like, it's education more, and mindset, and, you know what I mean, teaching people rather than just saying don't be racist. It's not helpful. Like, it's not helpful. But yeah, if I'm in a group, then it is a lot easier, because then, like, yeah. It was all good, mate. It was all good. I always do this. I say, oh, I'm going to roll one more spliff, and then maybe one more, maybe one more. Right, there's 2 times here which just come to my mind, stories that I'll tell you of me getting fucked up, right? The first time was in Bristol, and I was out. Well, I wasn't out. This is a thing, right? I had a friend, right? It always starts with that one friend, right? The last friend I had like this, that I could think of this, that was this sort of situation, and then I ended up getting fucked, is Lenny. Yeah, Lenny. Fucking man like Lenny. That was in hostel life. That was my early years. Foyer. Fucking hell, mate. But yeah, this particular one, this guy called Michael, basically he was with his mates. I don't know how we met, but he was with his mates, and like I thought he was alright. Because basically we would always chill and hang out. I ended up getting him a job where I was working at this recycling place. Fucking hard work, mate. Just separating like bricks and wood and like rubble and shit, like glass and fucking metal and fucking, yeah, mate, just fucking shit tons of bricks, mate. Literally tons and tons of bricks, like. But yeah, anyway, we was working there. That's not where we met, but that's just what I'm saying. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, come work with me, blah blah, this. And then he fucking calls me up one night or evening and says, oh, do you want to meet? I was like, yeah, I'll meet you. And he's like, oh, I'm with some friends. So immediately I was just a bit like, nah, because the type of people that he would hang out with, like, yeah, it's just, yeah, not really my type of people. So I was like, nah. And I was with this girl at the time, and she had some friends around, and yeah, we was just chilling anyway. So anyway, I ended up going out, yeah, to meet him, and it was just one of them times where you're looking for a vibe, and that just wasn't the vibe. And once again, he's in that situation. But yeah, it was just one of them ones where I was looking for a vibe, and there was just no vibe. Yeah. So I went out, fucking met him. I was walking ahead slightly of like the group, and then basically this guy, yeah, and his mate said something about the girl that I was with, and it was regarding like size and things like that. Now for me, I like bigger girls, like it's not a thing for me, but like there's this like notion of like, oh, girls can't be fat and blah blah blah, and you gotta watch your weight and this. Why? Like literally, why? Like doesn't mean you have to be unhealthy, but you could still be fat. Like, you could still be fat. Anyway, they made a comment, yeah, and for me it just really triggers me because like it's that emotional thing, innit? This, I mean, it's all like feelings for me, but it's that feeling side of things where a girl get put down there, or a comment will be made, and then even if it's just like a joke, like it'll kind of just still hurt them with like self-confidence. But it's just like, it annoys me because it's just like, yeah, I enjoy fat girls, so it's just like, why are you trying to like make it a thing? Like, why are you trying to make it a thing? Anyway, so yeah, fair enough, he wasn't saying it like that, he just said it, but I just took offense to it. And like, he was with maybe 8 dudes, right, like his friends, and they're all like roadmen, like I don't know how else to describe it. That was just proper, just fucking off the estate black dudes that just don't fuck about. Anyway, fucking he's, as soon as he said that, yeah, as soon as he made the comment, I just straight away just smacked him in the jaw, like literally just, and his nose just instantly just started pissing with blood. And he was like, what the fuck was that for? Like literally, what the fuck was that for? He was really shocked. But his friends, like, he was like shocked, like ready to fight, but like his friends straight away was like, bruh, I thought that was your brethren. Why has he just banged you in the mouth? Da, 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 da. And they just took it to the next level straight away, like literally. So instantly they just started pounding me, like literally they just started pounding me, and they're like, because he wasn't fighting me at first, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, he's supposed to be your brethren and he's just banged you in the mouth, fuck him up. So like I was fighting them, like literally there was maybe 3 or 4 of them that I was fighting at one time. And then I just kept cracking them in the mouth, like cracking them in the mouth, like one by one. And then like they was just trying to rush me, and I was still just fighting because I was just pissed off. Like, I don't fight, but I was just pissed off. So I genuinely was like wanting to hurt them. So I was like, I'm fucking starting on you. You ain't fucking starting on me, mate. Like, fucking. So that happened, and then like all of a sudden, like I said, there was only 4 of them, and I was like, where's everyone else? They just fucking, and the girls that was with me, yeah, they was like scrapping. Like, they're not afraid to have a scrap, but they didn't know what had happened. So they all they seen me is just started fighting for no reason. They didn't know what had happened, so they was just like, what the fuck? Anyway, I was just like, leave it, just I'll deal with it. And then I just get fucking smacked in the face, yeah. And after that, it was done. Now, where I was going to get recycling, yeah. And they got glass bottles, mate. They got a massive plank of wood with a fucking bit of a nail in it. Fucking just cracked straight into my skull. Like, I shaved my head, mate. I got a fucking felt off scar. Didn't realise until I shaved recently. But yeah, I shaved my head. I got a felt off scar for a bit. But yeah, mate, my face, my head, instantly just pissing with blood, mate. And then after that, mate, I was gone, mate. Like literally, I was gone. I was fighting, but I was gone. Like, I couldn't do fuck all, mate. And then fucking the blood was in my face, yeah, and it was going down into my eyes. And all I remember saying, like, is, I can't see. Like, that's literally, that's all I kept saying, is I can't see. I genuinely thought I'd gone blind, but it wasn't. It was just the blood that was in my face, and it was like sticking to my face, so I couldn't open my eyes. So I was trying to like back away, just up any empty street where they weren't. And then everyone was looking at, because of the area that it was in, like, nobody gave a fuck, mate. Like, nobody gave a fuck. And then like cars started to drive down, so I was like trying to run between the cars, like, to avoid them, because they kept chasing me down. And then I managed to get one more smack in at Michael, and then that was it. I just had to peg it. And then the girls that I was with, they did follow me down, but like they was just like kept separate from it. Literally, but they got fucking smacked as well, so like literally, mate, it was fucked. Like, it was so fucked. My head was bleeding for 4 days after that. Like, it was pretty mad. Like, literally, it was pretty mad. Wait, hold on. Do you want me to move so you can have your furniture? Yeah, it's fine, no worries. Thank you for the spot.
No problem. Thanks for going and buying it.
No, it's fine, no worries. So, just last me, I've been smoking anyway, so I needed a drink. That's alright, no worries.
That's not yours, is it?
No. Right. we're gonna go over the other side now. I got a bit of footage as well, which is good. Right. Let's just sit down here. I'm not really feeling sitting with crackheads today. I mean, sometimes I'll sit down with them for a good laugh, but anyway, that was that. I did have to go to hospital for that actually, because yeah, my head was just bleeding, and they just glued it up and then it stopped bleeding. So it was kind of probably a good thing that I went to the hospital, but I didn't go until a few days. Literally it was a while. But it's okay. Yeah, I just perch here, to be fair. I just perch here. It ain't all that, but I'm only chatting, so it's not a good sign though when there's bird rats just rustling in the bushes, and they're quite brazen. Oh, I don't want to get bitten. That would be fucking grim. But yeah, that was that. Like that, literally, that was that. But that's the only time that I've actually gone to the hospital. But literally, I never go to the hospital ever because, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's. Yeah, I don't know. This is like I'm 50-50 on hospitals actually, because it's like they're necessary, but at the same time it's like meh. But the second time that I got fucked up has a better ending, because I just got fucked up, but that was just because I just got annoyed. But the second time was it was to do with a girl as well actually, but I was chilling with a group after like all the venues, like, so this was like maybe 3 in the morning now. The streets were packed, So basically afterwards there's like a real big boom where all the dealers will come out and they'll just be on the roads, like literally just on the roads, coke, like literally just constantly just boom, they just pound it. And then I was chatting with this group, and then there was this guy, like this, well, he was a dealer, but there's this guy that had come up to this girl and that was in our group and was just like, oh, like just flirting, which is like, okay, whatever. But after that, he was just like trying to like drag her away. And it's like, he wasn't like a kid, like he was a teenager. Wait, hold on. I know it's fine. He wasn't like a teenager, like, or a kid, like he was an adult, like he was at least in his 30s. So like it was just like a bit weird that he would act like that, like it would just be a bit like, he was just really pushy. Anyway, she was like, no, fuck off, like go away. Like after a while, she was polite at first because he was just chatting, so it's just like okay. And then it was just building up. Anyway, everyone was ignoring it until he tried to like drag her away. And then like I was just like, look, just leave it out basically. At first I was just a bit calm about it, and he was like, oh, what are you gonna do, blah blah. And then and like bear in mind, like I said, like this is like, so both these times basically I've just jumped into a fucking shock pit both times, because it's just like, it's not a case of like you're gonna win. Like it's not a case of you're gonna win, like no. So like yeah, he was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, do you know who I am? All of this, blah blah. And I was like, it's not about that. It's like she's clearly saying like, go away. It's just leave it. Like we're all chilling anyway. Like we're hanging out as a group, and you're just ruining the vibe. Like, and then he was like, oh, this, started cursing me out. and then like it got into a little bit of a scrap. Like it did get into a bit of a scrap, like literally, which like it's not a case of winning or losing, but I did put him on his ass in the end. But like everyone was watching, and like that's the thing of like if there's a fight, like everyone watches. Like yeah, I don't know, it's a bit dangerous because like people can just jump in from either side, and like people don't know why you're fighting sometimes. They'll just see a fight, and then so you could just get fucked up like by random people for no reason because they don't even know why you're fighting. It was just to have a fight. So anyway, fortunately it was just me and him, but he had a mate like literally who again was like strapped. So like, but he kind of produced it by just like lifted up his shirt a little bit, and but like just showed you the end of it, the handle, the handle, the handle of the gun. Yeah, you can tell I'm not a firearms guy, but yeah. So he pulled it up, and I was like, fuck. So anyway, he grabbed his mate because his mate was on the floor, and I was just punching him basically. So he pulled it up as he was running towards his mate. So I sort of backed off. He just grabbed his mate and then ran off. And then they got on a moped, like literally they got on a moped, and she was like, oh, thanks, sorry that happened, blah, blah, this, like, cause like I was actually trying to be polite to him. I know we ended up fighting, but I was actually really polite. Like nobody else was doing nothing, and I was just a bit like, I don't know, it was just a bit awkward. They just like, she was just getting dragged away by this guy who like, and everyone's just like, oh well, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing, bruv? Like, we've literally all been chilling as a group. It's like me, fucking snakes, bruv. There's no loyalty, and it's like, oh yeah, but you don't know people. It's like, yeah, but you get to know people, so it's not like you have to just trust everyone. But like, I don't know, as human beings, we should like at least support each other a little bit, like literally a little bit, like especially if you've been hanging out for like the last 3 hours, like chatting, like. Anyway, that happened. They ran off to the moped. And then as they come back here, like literally they're just driving around, and the police are coming, by the way, as well. The police have come in because obviously he pulled out a gun, like. So like yeah, the police are coming, and like they come round, and like I'm like turned like facing this way, the road, but they're coming from behind me, and like literally I hear the moped, and as I turn round, like literally he's just gone smack, like literally full pelt, and I just like literally like stumbled, like I didn't fall to the floor, but stumbled. And then yeah, I was just like getting all chopsy, like, oh, come over there, you do that as you're driving away, blah blah. But yeah, mate, he smacked me in the mouth in the end. But yeah, that's the second time I got fucked up. But the reason why it's a good ending is because that night continued. Because like I said, this was like 3 in the morning by the time this happened, and the whole thing only took about 20 minutes. But like at the end of that, like, we had this mad night, and I ended up staying with that exact same group for 3 days, like literally solid, like literally. And we had this mad night, like we went to hotels, we went to parties, we went to houseboats, went to venues again, coffee shops, went to the fields, like the woods, everywhere, like literally just had a mad one. Like it was so sick, like it was so sick, all from that one incident, like literally just like making so many friends just out of getting fucked up. But yeah, those are the two times. Those are the 2 times that I got fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. It was quite funny though. It was quite funny. But yeah, fucking little snakes, bruv. Like literally little snakes. Excuse me. Makes you very gassy, Coke. Coke or Pepsi? Which one? But I'm pleased to have picked up, mate. Literally, pleased to have picked up. I don't want to fucking sit here and cane on my weed though, but literally, there are fucking better places to chill. Sanders is gonna fucking smoke this, but I just wanted to fucking finish my story and smoke a zoot, because I just wanted to just smoke weed, because I hadn't had any weed, so I just wanted to fucking get over and done with it. Get that little binge session out of the way. I was just thinking, yeah, of when I said about that woman, and I was buying the bike off the geezer. She was actually nuts. Like, literally, she was actually nuts. I just thought about it again now. Like, literally, she was nuts. Oh, mate. I've met so many different people, yeah, whose lives are so far removed from my own. Like, literally, it's crazy. Anyway, that's all. I'm gonna take a ride on the bike, and yeah. Stay blessed, stay lean, and peace.